Hello flight simmers, a very good evening from Montreal International Airport. We are sitting here today in the Air Canada A330-300. It is of course the Aerosoft A330, and today we are having the old Air Canada livery on here, which I find quite a bit nicer compared to the new one, to be honest. And we're kind of lucky since AI Traffic decided to give us the new colored A330 just next to us, so we have a nice comparison. And I don't know what you think about it, but I kind of prefer the blue Air Canada livery. That's much more special than the new one, and yeah, I really like it. And we are flying once again the A330. On the last A330 flight, I was asking the question up front if that would be our last A330 flight in P3D. Turns out it's not. Here we are again. I don't know. We're still waiting for the Microsoft Flight Sim A330. I think it's making progress. Now they recently showcased some EFB features, and I'm a little bit excited about the A330 for Microsoft Flight Sim. I think it's not gonna be the most exciting and best aircraft ever, but I think it's gonna be superior to the P3D version. They've showcased that at least we can do some takeoff performance calculations in the EFB in the Microsoft Flight Sim version when it comes out. And so I think there's going to be a few bits and pieces which are better than the P3D A330, but at the same time not quite at the level of the PMDG or something like that. But however, we are just going to wait patiently until it's being released. And for now, we are here in P3D. Flying transatlantic today over to Lyon, which is an airport I don't use very often. So I think this route is quite interesting. Flight time is 6 hours 43 minutes only. Rather quick flight across the Atlantic. And it's evening time here in Montreal. We will get to Lyon during daytime, so hopefully have a nice daytime landing. And GSX is loading the plane, so let's get to it. So here we are. That's just the standard way the cockpit loaded in. So we can do a bit of setup together. As always, it will be very quick here in the A330. There we have the route that's in there, and then SimBrief is giving me costing is of 116. That's quite high. So we are really shooting across the Atlantic. Flight level 350 initially, and flight number is a Canada, 876. Like that. We can go ahead and load the wind data right away. That looks good. For the flight plan, now it depends on what AI traffic it is using as well. So let's check the weather. We have winds 010 at 7 knots. So yeah, I'm quite sure AI traffic is going to use 06, then we can depart 06 right. That's nice. And overcast 5600. Ooh, that's freaking cold. Holy cow, minus 17. Shoot. That's quite cold out there. Altimeter is 3001. So let's get that right in here. .3001. That is set. Three times, and that's quite simple. 07 right departure, and then it's only has the Montreal 1 departure. I can show you the chart, but it's not very exciting chart. So 06 right is going to be down here, and then initial heading 057. No right turn below 1300. So once we get to, let's say, 1500 or 2000, something like this, we can just go direct our first waypoint. Initial climb would be 5000, but since we're flying offline, we can put in 350. Transition altitude 18,000. So yeah, that's a very straightforward departure. This goes to 350. Copy active. And then it's just the performance. On the load sheet we have a trim of up 0.8. So it's gonna be flap 2, and that's speed 141, 141, 149, 34 flex temp, and thrust reduction. Yeah, I think we can go 1,300 since that was mentioned on there. Like that. Yeah, and that's it already. There's nothing else we can do here in this aircraft since we don't have a proper takeoff calculator. We can't adjust for engine anti-ice, which I think I will use for the departure. Clouds are a little bit further up, but it's super cold, so we want to make sure not to catch up or catch any ice on the engines. So we will be using that. But other than that, I think this is all set. Weights, of course. That's the part I did forget. Let's get this sheet up front. Block fuel is 49.6. Zero fuel weight 177 at 32.9, like this. So in terms of zero fuel weight, we are just 5 tons shy of max zero fuel weight. I did put a lot of cargo on top in here, so in total we have 18 tons of cargo, and also fully booked passenger cabin. And then we have a takeoff weight of 220 tons. 220 tons, and max takeoff weight is 233 tons. So although it's just a relatively short flight, we are kind of heavy. That's why we also get not a really high flex temperature on here. Okay, I would say that's that. 240 packs. Let's get the APU fired up, and then I think we won't be long. Alright, boarding is completed, so I will make sure that the jetway is disconnected. Then we have the APU bleed, external power coming off, fuel pumps coming on. I think since it's very cold outside, we can make sure to have the probe and window heat switched on manually instead of waiting for the auto heat to kick in. Beacons coming on. Jetway seems to be disconnected. Yeah, EFB, we can disregard that. I'm anyway not really making use of this electronic flight bag. Okay, let's check if the weights are correct on the final load sheet. So that's still 49.6 and 170.7 and 32.9. That adds up. That's nice. And yeah, actually I've reconsidered. Let's let's make use of these checklists for chains. So before start, checklist to the line. Windows and doors are closed. Beacons are on. Thrust levers are idle. Acupressure is checked. Nose wheel steering should be disconnected. Parking brake is set on. Yes, it is. Okay. Before start checklist, cockpit prep is completed. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on and auto adheres nav. Fuel quantity. We have. I will be facing east. 49.6 tons on board. Takeoff data is set. Barrel reference is set as well. Harness secured. ATC set. Or is it set? Yeah, should be set. We can also put the transponder to TA. Windows and doors closed. Beacons on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is set. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and off we go. Okay, and that's 2 good engine starts. Starter back to normal. APU bleed off. Engine anti-ice is coming on. APU master switch is coming off. Auto brake max. The speed brakes, flaps 2 trim should be up 0.8 like this, and flight control check, full right, full left, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, and full left. After start checklist, anti-ice, engine anti-ice is on, ECAM status check, pitch trim is up 0.8, rudder trim is 0, ground crew is clear. Taxi checklist. Load sheet checked. I have no idea why this would be on the taxi checklist. Flight controls are checked, flight instruments are checked, briefing is confirmed. Flap setting, I think this is supposed to be in, that's config 2. V speeds are set 141, 149. Climb nav blue 35,000. ECA memo, take off. No blue. Cabin, yeah, that's we're still waiting for that. Good. So, predictive wind shear, weather radar, parking brake, turn off, and taxi lights. And we are on our way. Yeah, actually that's a really cool night environment here at this FlyTampa scenery. But FlyTampa always has very nice airports. This is a little bit old. We can tell it from some textures here. But still a super nice scenery. Let's put in a little bit of power. It's a nice sound. And for the lights, actually, I am considering to basically leave it the way it is. I kind of like how it is set up. You can try to switch off the dome light. Ah, that's also nice for the departure. Okay, I'm taking right-hand turn here. I have no idea if that's allowed for heavies. Actually, it looks a little bit tight. Maybe as a heavy we are supposed to go the other way. I haven't checked the charts properly. Oh yeah, I'm just seeing it on the charts now. Oh, I messed up. This is for narrow aircrafts only down here. I should have taken the outer taxiway. Oops. See, that's what happens if I don't check the charts properly. Sorry about that, guys. That's a bit of a mess up here. I guess I will meet you when we are at the runway. Okay, that's runway 06 right coming up there. I think we managed here. We managed to get here without breaking anything. Squeezing through the narrow taxiway. And to be fair, AI traffic is also messing up. There's an Aerosoft A330 behind me, who's also taking the same route. Of course, that's not an excuse, but just wanted to say that. TAR is set. I believe we should be looking good. Approach is free, so we have the strobe lights, landing lights, takeoff lights, and I would say we are all set for a transatlantic flight. Takeoff runway is confirmed. Cabin crew is advised. Engine starts. Selectors. Normal packs are on engines. Yeah, there's no further checklist, so we're good. Aircraft up front is 5 miles ahead. That's sufficient, so we can start our takeoff roll. Let's go. Man flex, SRS and runway. Knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Oh no, there's a picking up some ATIS frequency. Okay, nice. Wow, that's really, really cool. Climb power. Let's put the autopilot to work. We are on heading mode. And that's cool, passing right over the city. It's a big city. I've never been here in real life, but it looks quite large. Ooh, a little bit of weather up ahead. Oh, flaps, sorry. Completely forgot flaps 1. And flaps up. Okay, we make basically 90-degree right hand turn, direct cap go. Sound is going a little bit crazy on my headphones. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same for you. Ooh, coming over the city, or I'm not quite sure if ATC would give us a heading leading us right over downtown, but that is kind of cool. Okay, passing 3000. Let's do taxi light, turn of light. Spoilers. And let's see, do we have an after takeoff checklist? Landing gears up, flaps are retracted, packs are on. After takeoff checklist completed. Passing 4000, yet seems to be there's still a layer, a cloud layer above us. So I'm gonna leave the engine anti-ice on for now, until we are clearly above the clouds. So that's that for the departure. Thanks for joining me, and enjoy the cruise.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew screwed. When we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took
So, welcome back, folks. We are on our descent towards Lyon. It is, yeah, surprisingly fast, 6.5 hours to cross the Atlantic. Yeah, to be fair, Montreal is kind of the shortest transatlantic routes you can fly, but still, always surprises me how short these routes are. Especially thinking about that we have long hauls these days, which are like 15-16 hour flights. So a long haul is not all long hauls are the same. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. Right, we are now very soon heading into the clouds. Total air temperature +7. I think it's a good idea to hit the engine NTIs when we descend into the clouds. Yeah, maybe we can start with weather. It's a bit of a lengthy arrival route here. We can cover that in just a bit. First, the weather down in Lyon. 360 at 14, so quite a bit of wind, but we are actually landing on runway 35 right, so that's going to be pretty much on the nose. That should be fine. Scattered 1500, broken 4600. It is cold, 6 degrees, 1034. And yeah, I think that's it for the weather. We are flying, let me pull up the charts, the Moulins arrival route. It's a bit of a lengthy one with several constraints, which we are now working through. Coming into Dirba, then Thalar. From Thalar, we fly the Thalar transition, which takes us to Vienne BOR. And then there's a few more waypoints here. And then on the final approach, ILS 35 right, which will be this chart. However, the aircraft did not really got that correct. So after Vienne BOR, it just puts us on manual all the way out. But that's kind of not what we're trying to fly. So I guess after Vienne we can sort of fly manual on a left-hand turn. In fact, we could also set it up so you can see the route we are taking here. So that's an overfly point, and then left-hand turn, and then we intercept the 272 outbound radial on the Lima Tango Papa BOR. So I think we can sort of replicate this. And then we have a bit of a nicer guidance. So let's go Lima Tango Papa in here. And then the course is going to be 092. Well, we can see if we can fetch this one later on. Yeah, then we can use this to fly to the final approach. That's kind of fun. Okay, 10,000. Let's switch the landing lights on. Let's see. Eventually, we want to descend. Next altitude is 5,000 for the VOR, and I think we can go to local now. 1034. Transition altitude typically something around flight level 70, I would assume. Right, auto brake medium is set. Let's arm the speed brakes. Seatbelt signs are on. I think that's all looking good. Pulling up the airport chart. So coming in 3-5 right. We have Victor 5 or Victor 4 ideally, and then we need to cross the other runway and taxi to Terminal 1, I think it will be. Right, so that's the plan. Let's see how this all works out. Yeah, checklist. I think we can spare the checklist. And it is actually a little bit bumpy descending here towards Lyon. Okay, passing 7,000 feet. We are descending down to 5,000. Once again, quickly pulling up the chart. So after Vienne, we turn heading 179. We cross the radial which we have set up, then do a left-hand turn and intercept the radial 092, and then on the final approach. Let's see if we can fly it. If this works out. So that's gonna be 179. So we can do a track that makes it a bit easier, and we don't have to calculate for the wind correction. And then we will eventually descend down to 3,000. Okay, track 179. I will go to open descent. Let's put up the VOR. And also let's go manual speed, and then we activate the approach phase. Now we are crossing the radial. There it is. Now we turn left. Let's do something like 060. Landing system. Oh yeah, we don't need to descend that fast. Just seeing that now. We're already below the glide. Well, we can slow down a bit. Let's go speed to 20. Take it nice and slow on the approach. Right, and judging from Navigraph, I think this will pretty much... oh, I didn't see this one. Max 220 knots. Ah, that's why. So our turn is a little bit little wider here compared to what it should be ideally. Yeah, and I actually think switching back to arc, yeah, this is now gonna put us pretty much straight on the final approach. That's quite perfect. Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy today. I think down towards that direction, with good visibility, we could also see the Alps. I think it's not too far from here. Okay, let's go flap 1. Turn left. Yeah, actually that's fine. Speed to 20 is still 13 miles out. And then we should be able to intercept the localizer. There it is. Localizer captured. Flight slope slowly moving in, so let's slow down a bit more. Speed. Wow, it's really bumpy now. approach. Yeah, and go around is just climbing straight ahead to 5,000 feet and waiting for vectors. Okay, flaps 2. Speed is still going crazy, holy cow. Okay, let's go flap 2. And actually let's go speed managed. Glide surf captured 5,000 is set. Oh shit, that was my fault. Eight miles. Yeah, actually I'm gonna drop the gears to have a bit more drag. I feel like the aircraft should slow down more than that. I mean, we're on a flap 2 with a headwind. Okay, flaps 3. Engine anti-ice, I think we don't need it right now. Looks clear enough. And flaps full. I like the sound of the Rolls-Royce engines when they're spooling up. They have these this famous howling, and I think Aerosoft actually implemented that quite nicely. Okay, let's do some flying. My aircraft. Yeah, I think I will do an auto thrust landing.
1,000.
Makes it a little bit easier with this turbulence going on. Let's check for traffic. I haven't really looked out for that. There's some EasyJet taxiing, something else taxiing, but nothing on the runways. Yeah, so the 40 knots of wind seem to be steady now. We have 2 reds, 2 whites.
400.
Let's see if we can make a good one.
300. Above.
Yeah, but still a bit bumpy.
200.
It's not very smooth.
Minimum.
Some leg spikes continue.
100.
Whoa.
50.
Getting
40. 30.
pushed down.
20. Retard. 10.
Ah, it's a floater. Come on.
5.
Come on. Okay. Reverse. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of a float there. But I think it's okay. Idle forward, manual braking, and that's perfect right on the exit we wanted. So, welcome to Lyon, everyone. Bit of a cleanup, 6 hours and 42. Slowing down a bit more. Doing some after landing items. And now, of course, we need to figure out if there's any aircraft lining up. Yeah, one aircraft is taxiing out. Looks like a Lufthansa, but they are not there yet, so we should be good to cross. Alright. Oh, I forgot the nose lights. Dang, completely forgot about those. Yeah, that's a Lufthansa A320. Yeah, and that's the... I forgot the name of this one. Very famous train station, I think it is here in Lyon. Crazy building. Okay, so let's put these strobes to auto. And it's a bit of a taxi, but we can already fire up the APU. Landing lights coming off. And now into my ground charts. Yeah, so we're taking left here on Tango. And then it should be stand Delta 43, something like this, I think it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's only one heavy. Oh, that's 20. Okay, 22 is also good. Alright. So Delta 22 is right here. It's actually the dashed line. And yeah, I'm surprised. I haven't been here in a very long time at this airport, but this is a really, really nice scenery made by Digital Design. And yeah, I mean, it looks stunning. It looks really, really good. I completely forgot about the quality of this airport. Okay, we don't have a docking system, but we do have a marshaller. Let's see where he's making us stop. Okay, maybe a little bit far. Okay, killing the engines. Let's look at this in a second, and then we have the fuel pumps coming off, APU bleed coming on, beacons, seat belts. Alright, touchdown rate 170. Yeah, that's pretty much aligned with the reading we had on the screen. Alright.
The boarding requested.
We have one or two jetways. Not sure. Let's have this one, so we don't mess up anything. Then we have the ground services, traffic cones, wheel chocks, external power, like that. And then let's kill the APU, then it's not gonna be so loud on the outside. Alright. Oh yeah, that looks like good parking. Very good parking. Yeah, I think it's technically another jetway, but it's all the way over there. Let's do it with one for now. I think that's a bit easier.
Passengers, the boarding
Right,
signal.
so welcome to Lyon once again, everyone. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this A330 flight. As I've said last time, maybe next time we fly the A330 it will be Microsoft Flight Sim, but let's see. If not, then we can continue using this plane here, of course, and P3D also works quite nicely. And yeah, I think especially today's flight was a very enjoyable one in the A330. And yeah, I would really appreciate if you leave a thumbs up and potentially even subscribe if you like this kind of content. And yeah, also let me know what you rather like to see, P3D or Microsoft Flight Sim content. I think subscriber base is a bit mixed there. We have people from both simulators hanging around on the channel, and that's very cool. I'm just curious what you guys prefer in terms of content. And yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Bye bye.